Alright, so now that we have our very first Pizza Planet token, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next area. First, I want to go ahead and collect all the rest of the coins in this, in the attic. Coins are also a requirement, and to get all of the Pizza Planet tokens in each level, you're actually going to be required to collect 50 coins at least in every single level to receive another Pizza Planet token from Ham, who's of course the piggy bank character that you will find. He will be in every single level. So you just got to make sure you remember where Ham's located. This level's pretty easy. We'll go ahead and go down there and see if we can go look for Ham in a little bit once we got our 50 coins. But now we're going to slide down the rope back down to the main floor of the house, Andy's house. And I can see we have some robots. Most of your enemies are going to be robots. You're going to have a lot of different types of enemies, but they're mainly going to be like mecha type, robotic type, like toy enemies for the most part. As you see, we have another Rex blocks. Basically just telling you can change your camera. So if you go into, I think the settings, you can change the camera between different modes. I've never personally ever had an issue with the camera settings messing my gameplay up so much to where it's like impossible or hard to finish. That's pretty much up to you. It's going to be your preference. But I've never had an issue with it personally. Let's go ahead and just destroy some more robots here. And this is the garage. I love this area. I really like all the levels. They're just designed so well. They look so realistic. A lot of them are based off of the movie, and they just look so accurate. But here we have the remote control car. See what he says. Hi Buzz, I challenge you to a race. We will race 3 laps around the car. If you beat me, I will give you a Pizza Planet token. Get ready to race in 3, 2, 1. So the remote control car is going to race you. There's going to be another race after this level that you'll do as well, but this one's really easy. You mainly just want to stay ahead of him. If he kind of looks like he's kind of catching you, you can just allow him to bump into you and it'll slow him down a little bit. But this first race is very, very easy. Just keep kind of, kind of get tight around the corners there and just make sure you're running in like as close to the car as you can, and you're pretty much going to beat him in the 3 laps very easily with almost no problem. So another easy Pizza Planet token right off the start. But yeah, so this is going to be one of the easier tokens. There's a lot of challenges in this game that I think for the most part, most of the tokens are easy to get, but there are definitely a few that I can remember that are challenging. But as you can see, we've crossed the finish line and we get our second Pizza Planet token. So very nice indeed. And looks like the RC car is having a little bit of a moment there. He's not quite sure how to process the loss of the race, so he's just spinning around very angrily. So we're going to go ahead and let him kind of think it out a little bit. But we're still not done here, so we want to actually, there's another pizza, actually not a Pizza Planet token, but there's another thing we can do here before we leave the garage. And of course we have more coins to collect, but we're going to go ahead and jump up here on this little table. As you can see, there's very dangerous tools that are saw looking things that are coming out to try to hurt us. But we're going to go ahead and jump over here. We have some more dangerous tools coming out at us, and we don't want to get hit like I just did there. You want to make sure you collect all the coins. I believe I want to say there's close to 100 coins in each level. I could be very wrong on that. But your only concern is getting at least 50. You can go for as many coins as you want if you're just a collector and you want to keep collecting the coins, and you just like to collect everything. I personally just try to get 50. Sometimes I'll just grab more if they're there, but I don't try too hard once I have 50. But we're gonna go ahead and jump onto this car. I love that they allow you to do this, and you get to kind of explore on top of the vehicle, and then you kind of see the top of the garage. It's laid out just like any normal garage would be. You just have like tools and vehicle and storage and stuff like that. But we're gonna see if we can jump up here on this light panel, and as you see, there's a 1-up up there, but that's gonna be kind of risky. We're gonna go for this coin here. I love that, again, that view from the garage door leading to the outside. I love how they show that through the windows. It just looks very cool. Just kind of see outside of Andy's house. Another Rex block's telling us we can jump on a bar, and we can swing from bar to bar to get from one platform to the next that's kind of far away. So anytime you see bars sticking out of a wall like this, like horizontally, you'll just jump on them. Buzz will swing across them, and you'll get over to the next platform. Pretty simple. These will get kind of complicated in later levels, but for now we're just kind of swinging from one platform to the next. Nothing really complicated about that. But we're going to make sure we destroy all the rest of these toy robots that are in our way and see what we find here on the end of this top of this garage. And it looks like we have another sheep. So there's our second sheep. So like I said, we have 3 more to find, and then we'll be able to turn them in for another reward as well to another character that we'll meet here later on in this level. So we'll go ahead and destroy the rest of these toy robots, and it looks like we're only 6 coins away from getting another Pizza Planet token. So let's go explore more of the house. This is my favorite part of the level, which is the living room. I just love how big this feels, and just feels like, you know, like if I was a toy, this is kind of how it would be, you know, just walking around and everything looks so much bigger. But we're gonna go ahead and jump on the chair here, and what you want to do here, this block's going to tell you can do a stomp attack, to where you just hit A. If you're playing on the N64, you hit the A button and then you hit the C down button, and then you can do a stomp, which if there's an object that allows you to, they'll propel you. It's usually indicated by those green arrows, but if you stomp on an object that has those, it'll usually spring you up higher to a higher area in that, or you know, in whichever area you're in. But we have another one up there, and then there's another sheep up there on the top of that shelf. And it looks like we have our 50th coin, so we have a ham icon glowing up there on the right. That basically just indicates you have 50 coins, and you are good to turn those into ham for a Pizza Planet token. As you can see, we have Mr. Potato Head's ear. So Mr. Potato Head's a character that doesn't appear in every single level, but he does in most of them. And every time he appears, you're going to have to find one of his body parts. I'll show you here. We're going to turn in our coins. Well done, Buzz. Here's your Pizza Planet token. So yeah, simple enough. Ham, every single level, he's just going to want his 50 coins. He just wants that cash money, and that's pretty much it to get that token from Ham. But he is in every single level, so that's one of your tokens. Pretty easy. Those are the easiest ones to get in all the levels. But like I was saying, Mr. Potato Head's going to have a body part missing in every level that he appears in. So this time it's his ear, but other body parts will be missing in future levels. And basically just want to find those, and then you can go and return those to Mr. Potato Head for a reward as well. And I'll show you what those rewards we get from him look like. But now we're going to go ahead and go down to the basement here. We have a lot of big steps. We want to be careful we don't get hit by any toy robots that are jumping at us like that one is. And we just want to make our way down to the basement so we can go ahead and go towards our next Pizza Planet token. As you can see, there's a sheep up there. That'll be our 4th one, so we still have one more to find somewhere, and we will get that soon. And here is Mr. Potato Head. Let's go ahead and give him his ear back. It's probably hard to hear without it. Thanks for finding my ear, Buzz. I will let you use the Cosmic Shield. It'll only protect you from harm for a limited time, so make sure you use it wisely. So this is our first item of the game. It's the Cosmic Shield. The Cosmic Shield allows you to go through areas that would otherwise hurt you or cause damage without any damage at all. But like he said, you are on a timer there, so it'll eventually disappear if you wait too long to get through the area you're in. There's a total of 5 items that you unlock with Mr. Potato Head throughout the game, so that's our first one. So we have 4 more spread out throughout the rest of the game. And again, just need to find his various body parts to get those items. So now what we're going to do is, I think we need to jump over here, and then we have some more shelves and boxes that we can jump onto to get to that sheep. And there's something else in this area we need to get as well. There's another Pizza Planet token. Let's see if we can get up there. Let's see here. Yeah, and again, a lot of this game, I think the hardest part about this game is just timing some of the jumps. And of course these like these wires that you have to swing on or slide on, like zip line on. Sometimes they can be hard. This level they're pretty easily reachable. Some levels it takes a little bit more effort. Later on you'll kind of see what I'm talking about once we get to that point. But yeah, for the most part, just timing your jumps, knowing how to, you know, most of the enemies are pretty simple, and then just really not getting lost and remembering where you're at, and just making sure you're collecting as many items as you can. But now we're actually gonna go back over to the same spot where we just got the that 4th sheep. So we're gonna see if we can get back up here, because there's still another something else we need to get here in the basement. So let's go ahead and climb back up on these boxes, and we're gonna do the same thing as we did before. Jump over here on these boxes, and this time on this shelf we're gonna jump up, and then we're gonna jump back on the shelf but not take that zip line. We're gonna actually go ahead and destroy him, and then turn around and then go up on this shelf. As you can see, we have some lights hanging down that it looks like we can jump on. They have coins on them, so let's go ahead and see if we can make our way over to that box over there. So there's a box over there. So as you can see, there's a battery floating. The battery is your main health source. It's basically like hearts in most other games would be, you know, filling your HP. Batteries is what is what fills your health bar. So nothing else too special about them. You really shouldn't need too many of them in the game. It's really hard to lose health unless you're just in an area where you get pinned in by enemies. But here we're going to go ahead and move these boxes. As you can see, there's that symbol, that green hand symbol that indicates that we can push something. So we're going to push these boxes and see what we can do with these. Looks like we're going to jump on these. Let's see here. And then we have another one up here on the shelf. So we're going to want to push this box off of the shelf. So that way we can use these as like platforms to jump on, since they're different heights. And of course they have arrows kind of indicating. There's a lot of hints they give you in this game of where to go and what to do. So it's very hard to get lost, but it's still very possible, especially in later levels. But as you can see here on the very top shelf, we have a couple coins, and then behind them are another Pizza Planet token. So that is our, what is that, our fourth token. So we have one more to go. And as you can see, we have 4 of the 5 sheep that we need. So really what we need to do now is just find that last remaining sheep and then turn that into another character for our final token. So let's go ahead and say, let's go ahead and make our way back up these big stairs, back up to the main house area. And we have one more room to explore, and then we will be done in the first level. But yeah, I mean, there's really, I just can't say anything bad about this game. I grew up with it as a child, as a child, and I just loved it instantly, and I kind of forgot about it, and I revisited it recently, and then just kind of grew like a new love for it, and forgot how good of a platformer this was, especially for that time era. But right now we're in the kitchen, so we want to go ahead and jump over on this counter. A lot of burning items up on the stove we want to avoid. There's a pot burning or dropping fireballs. That looks very unsafe for anyone's kitchen. Let's destroy this toy robot and get onto the refrigerator. And then we can get onto the top of these shelves, get some more coins here. We don't need them, but why not? They're there. Destroy that flying robot, and then we have another item we can push off. So we're going to do that. And what we want to do here is a scale. We actually want to jump on it. And it should propel us up here to where the final sheep is located. So we finally have the 5th and final sheep, as indicated by the glowing sheep icon on the top right of the screen. A couple last minute coins there, and then what we want to do is jump up this chair, jump up to this table. I know she's been calling her name. She needs our help, but we have Little Bo Peep's final sheep. Thanks for finding my sheep, Buzz. Here is your Pizza Planet token. So yes, so there's our 5th and final Pizza Planet token from Little Bo Peep. So thank you. And that'll do it for Andy's house. We're going to go ahead and now exit the level and see what we collected. So this screen here just basically shows all of your collectibles. So you have, looks like we've gotten all 5 Pizza Planet tokens for this level, and then it's going to add up our coins. And as you can see, towards the bottom is the row of 5 items, and we have the first one unlocked. So that's lit up. 4 more to go. All right, now that we have Andy's house done, we're going to go ahead and explore Andy's neighborhood in the next episode. So until then, I will see you guys later.